Welcome to UF-OMG, where stories live.
Welcome to UF-OMG. Tonight's story is called Echoes of Tomorrow. Enjoy.
If you're hearing this, it means I've either vanished or I never existed in the first place. My name is Dr. Elias Carter. At least I think it is. A week ago, I conducted an experiment, one meant to prove a theory that's haunted me my entire career: time travel. And it worked. At least I thought it did. But when I came back, something was wrong. And now, I fear that I've shattered reality in ways I don't understand. This is my record, my warning, because I don't think I have much time left.
For years, I've studied time loops, closed time-like curves, the kind of physics that sits at the bleeding edge of impossibility. Most people, most rational scientists, dismissed it as mathematical fantasy. But I knew better. I knew Einstein's equations left the door open if only we had the right key. My key was a rotating plasma field, an artificial vortex in space-time. The math checked out. The simulations were promising. And then, last Thursday at exactly 2:17 a.m., I built up the courage to step inside the field. Just a small jump, nothing drastic. 10 minutes into the past, I activated the device. For a moment, the world twisted, stretched, and then I was there. I watched, unseen, as my past self adjusted the controls. It was surreal, a perfect duplication of reality. But then, my past self looked up, locked eyes with me. That wasn't supposed to happen. A violent lurch, a rippling distortion. The world snapped back like a rubber band, and I was thrown through the vortex, slammed into my lab floor, dizzy, nauseous, but relieved. I had made it back. At least I thought I had. The first sign was small. My desk, cluttered, familiar, had a book sitting on it that I didn't recognize. A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. That might not seem strange, but I've never owned a copy. And yet there it was, creased as if I had read it 100 times. Then my phone. A text message from an unknown number. Just one sentence. You were not supposed to return. I ignored it, wrote it off as exhaustion, until I stepped outside. The city was different, just slightly. Buildings I swore had been demolished still stood. A coffee shop on the corner, one I'd visited daily, now had a different name. The skyline. It didn't feel right. And then, the worst of it, my own apartment key didn't fit the lock. I knocked, waited. A woman answered, mid-30s, blonde, familiar in a way I couldn't place. She gasped, stumbled back, eyes wide with something between fear and disbelief.
Elias?
She whispered. And then I remembered. Her name was Claire, my wife, except I've never been married. I ran, back to my lab, back to the one place that still felt real. But it wasn't real, not anymore. The security guard, James, the same man I'd greeted every morning for 5 years, looked at me with a blank expression.
Sir, I don't know who you are, but you need to leave.
I tried to argue, tried to show him my ID, but it wasn't mine. My name was spelled differently. My photo looked off. I was losing my grip. And then I saw him, a man standing across the street, just beyond the lamplight. His posture was wrong, rigid, too still. But his face was mine. I don't sleep anymore. The messages keep coming. You fractured the timeline. You don't belong here. They're coming. Who they are, I don't know, but I feel them closing in. And my double, he's waiting, watching. Yesterday he stood outside my window, same clothes, same posture. He raised a hand, placed a single finger to his lips, and then he whispered, though I swear I wasn't close enough to hear him.
You need to leave.
I don't think I can, not before I finish this recording, because if I disappear, if I'm erased, I need someone to know. Someone has to remember that I was here, that I was real. No, not yet. Please, I just need...
Who the hell was that?